I was talking to my accountant the other day, and he said his job's really taxing. My name is Victor Ashley at Skyline Properties. You could reach me directly at 425-559-4590. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following. I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington, and I do reviews every day of the greater Seattle market, and it might be important to you. So feel free to give us a like, and also you could share this to anybody if this important information matters to you or them. Hey, so again, I want to say thank you. The channel's growing. We're over 70 subscribers right now. And then at the same time, I was looking at the views and counting the shorts. We're over 20,000 views on the channel. So the information seems to be resonating. And again, this is my situation because I'm also a renter in this area. But at the same time, being a real estate professional, I wanted to sit down and actually say, go over some things that matter to me and matter to a lot of my clients. So if you have any questions, you could just reach me directly, leave a comment below, or you could text me or drop me an email. My contact information is in the description below. Okay, so let's go back into the LYNNWOOD area. So last week I did a review on rents in the LYNNWOOD area. I tracked the 4 zip codes that we look at inside of LYNNWOOD, as well as I did the Seattle market just for a quick comparison, also on the HOAs. But what I did is I found out that our average rent is $1.73 per month per square foot in the rent for the LYNNWOOD area. Now we're going to go back into the purchase zone, and I'll give you an idea of what I came up with. So let me share my screen real quick, and I just had it pulled up already just so we can get this thing started. Okay, so Mount Lake Terrace is in between Everett and Seattle area. This is about 12 miles north, maybe 13 miles north of the Space Needle, just so you have a general idea where it is. So this is in between I-5 and I-405. And if you have any questions on that directly, you could reach out to a local. But this is the general idea of where LYNNWOOD is if you're just joining us from outside the area. Everybody that's a local, I apologize, but I'm also trying to make this as up and coming for everybody else. Okay, so let's get into what we came up with for our averages. When I pulled up the average house that's available for being sold in this area right now, that's currently on the market under $1 million. And again, I only review the houses under $1 million because that's where the buyer curve is. So under $1 million, it came up with an average house of $744,000. And roughly 16 days on market right now, 3 beds and 2 baths, and just a little over 1,400 square feet. Now I compare that to last week's numbers. There was a couple in here that kind of fell off just because one expired and then a couple more came on. You see right here, these 4 came on. And again, I don't do these exactly on a firm rotation. So we had about a 9-day overlap, just so you know, from the last time I did a review of this zip code. But what I came up with in the changes here is the availability. It looks like it's $130,000 more for things that are available on market. But when we did our price per square foot comparison, our price per square foot only was up $18. So it's not a huge amount of money, but at the same time, it gives you an idea of your rent range, your purchase range. Now, when I compare that to the rents, what I came out with was pretty interesting because when we go into our mortgage calculator, to afford a house of this purchase zone, a household income is going to need to be spending. A household income is going to need to be intaking about $215,000 a year with low monthly debts, at least $60,000 down on a conventional loan. And this is using interest rates in the average of 7.25. Now, again, interest rates are completely in flux right now. And if you haven't noticed, there was a couple of banking issues this weekend. If you have any questions on that, just reach out to me directly. But again, I'm not an economist or any kind of expert in the economy, but I can give you an idea that interest rates are in flux. But one of that came out to was to actually buy this household to buy this house, you're going to need a household income of $215,000 and about $60,000 in down payment. What that came out to, though, in a mortgage payment, when you take the loaned amount on that, it makes your mortgage payment roughly $47.77 a month. And this only includes your payment and your interest and does not include any HOA, special assessments, or any kind of insurance. So it gives you an idea of what you're looking at. It's about $4,700, $4,800 to actually purchase this house. Now, when I compared that to the rents, because I've been talking about incorporating rents into this a little bit, to rent that exact same size house, that 1,400 square foot house with 3 beds, 2 baths, in this area in the 98043, your rents came out to just under 2,500 bucks. So what that comes out to, it is 193% more to purchase right now than it is to rent in this area. So usually when we do these comparisons, it's inverted. It's cheaper to rent, is actually cheaper to buy than it is to rent in the long term. Now, again, you're not making any kind of equity if you're renting, but at the same time, you're literally paying double to actually buy this house. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of the rental market and home affordability, as well as like what the delta is moving from a renter into a buyer in this market. Okay, so let's just go through, and we're going to only review 1 or 2 of these that came on the market. But let's take a look at something that just came on a couple of days ago. There's 4 in this new construction area, so I want to be very specific and just tell you guys again, new construction is coming onto the market right now, and from what I can tell, it might be coming on a little hot. So let's take a look at this one. So these are brand new. They just got finished. And 4 of them just came onto the market, and there might be more in this area also, because this one says lot 16, so there's at least 16 in there. For $850,000, you could buy a 3-bed, 3.5 bath, 1,700 square foot new townhouse, and that would be in the Mount Lake Terrace area. Difference between a townhouse and a condo, and I haven't talked about this in a little bit. A condo, you only own to the studs. A townhouse, you own the parcel of land that it's also on. In a single family house, it's obviously you own the land also, but that's the difference between a townhouse and a condo. A condo, basically you own the airspace. You only own until the studs, and then also, for the townhouse, you own the little parcel of land that it's actually built on. So I just wanted to give a quick update to that. Okay, so when we looked at this, we do have an HOA fee of $140. So, obviously HOAs are going to eat into your buying power. If you like, I've been doing some reviews of HOAs right here. You can take a look at that. But our price per square foot comes out right at $500 a square foot. And this is a new construction home. So this is something that I talked about last week. We're seeing a lot of the new construction homes come on, and they're undercutting the existing homes in the market. Last week, I did some reviews of some homes that actually did undercut the market by a sizable 20, 30, 40%. And those are all pending right now. They basically had people lined up out the door because it was such a discount. And I'm hopefully going to be able to go back and take a look at those when they close in the next 30 days. And I'll be able to see what they actually sold for. More than likely, they sold for something closer to market. Okay, so let's just take a look at the pretty pictures because that might be the reason why you came here. Now, these are all new construction homes, just so you remember. These are the 4 that came on. There's very little that you're going to have any kind of issue with. More than likely, you have some sort of home warranty also. But this is what we see a lot in the new construction homes. They come in, they finish it up, they have one finished package. Very, very seldom do you actually make it a spec home at this price point, but it gives you an idea of what's actually available out there. Again, you're going to see a lot of grays, you're going to see a lot of whites, and you're going to see, the hard quartz countertops. Now, one thing that I want to stress on this is this is all dependent on what you guys want and what you guys can actually afford. And that's actually what I'm going to get into next. And let's actually talk about what it costs for the regular person that or the regular household that actually lives there. So the regular household that lives in the zip code of the 98043 only makes, on average, according to the Census Bureau in 2022, only makes in 2021 $88,000 a year. So when I put this into the mortgage calculator, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what you actually have in here. So a mortgage calculator making $88,000 a year, more than likely you're going to use an FHA loan, and it is going to be 25% down. The average household only is able to afford a little under $300,000. So when I look at my list again, I have nothing that's in that price point. So more than likely, the people that are going to be buying in that price point that currently live in that area, you're more than likely going to have to look somewhere else. So this is kind of the thing that we need to talk about, and that's the reason why I'm actually bringing it up, because affordability is pretty important to me. Because again, I am actually also a renter, just like you. I'm trying to buy also, and then in the same time, I talk to people about houses every day. So it's a little bit interesting because I'm literally opening up the doors for a lot of people in the area to home ownership, but I haven't made it there myself. So again, if you have any questions on that, you could just reach me at my contact information. I'll be happy to go over that. But I've been in real estate now for 2 years, and I'm just finishing up transaction number 11. So it's kind of interesting. It's just, I want to be real, I want to be personable, and I actually want to tell you what's going on. Okay, so let's take a look at one more, and then we'll call it a day, just because that we kind of covered 4, because those are the new construction ones in that area. But let's get into number 5. Number 5, and again, all of those 4 are going to look very similar to that because they're brand new and they just came on the market. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is an existing house over in Mount Lake Terrace. It's in the Edmonds School District. It's $590,000, 4 days on market, 1366 square feet, 1 bath, 3 beds. So this is a standard 1-3. More than likely, just based on this age, I'm going to take a quick gander on it. I'm going to say that this thing was built in 1962. Let's take a look. 1954. Okay, so I was feeling 50s. I switched it up. This was built in 1954. Okay, so price per square foot comes out to $432 a square foot. And then, yeah, this is just, there's no HOAs in this, and it has about a quarter of an acre. Again, one of the things I'm going to do later is I'm actually going to do a size analysis of what an acre actually looks like later. But let's take a look on the inside of this. Your price point, you're going to be competitive. Now, at the same time, this looks like that new construction home that we just looked at. You're going to see a lot of this on the market right now. So everybody's been pouring these upgrades into their house the last couple of years. They've had a lot of equity in their house, and they're trying to pour a lot of equity into it. And this is just something that gives you an idea of what is actually out there still for a good price point. This looks very similar to the new construction homes, as you could tell. So, you can get an older house and you can still get it at a better rate. But at the same time, it's completely up to you what works for you. Now, to actually buy this house, you're going to have to be close to, let me see, this is going to be 180,000, I believe, on an FHA. Let's do 190,000, 60, let's do 50,000 down, and let's put that on a fixed 170,000. Okay, so to get in the purchase price that you need to be at to actually buy this thing, the household income is going to need to be between $150,000 to $170,000. Bring a $50,000 down payment, and this is at a conventional loan. Okay, So just kind of in summary, because I'm trying to keep these things short too, and I keep on incorporating new things in there, especially like the rent comparison. It costs twice as much to buy in this zip code than it does to rent. Rents right now are $1.73 a square foot, and our price per square foot to actually purchase is 560 something a month in a square foot. So keep that in mind when you're actually doing these analysis for your own self. Also, HOAs do matter. And as always, I want to just take a quick moment to say thank you to anyone that's been supporting my channel. Please like, subscribe, follow. And I really appreciate you guys all, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.